Welcome here again, Xnet transmitting from a new video game with a new deck. We are listening to Mortal Kombat 2 arcade game scene, a lot of music from the 90s, and we are going to be using the new Deathtouch deck that is featuring a lot of Deathtouch creatures. So let's see if we can manage to fetch some victories for us. The winning condition is about our creatures doing damage against our opponent and also the shadows of the past enchantment dealing damage and gaining us some life. So let's see what goes on. I think the weakest point of the deck is against flying creatures because all our touchers are going to be stopping land creatures, or I should say ground creatures, from attacking. Of course, the opponent can choose to hit the touchers. So let's go ahead and try this. So waiting for players to join the match. So a default portrait background doesn't let us foresee what our opponent is going to be playing, so we have to get the information from the place it's doing. So here we start up with only 2 lands, but the Deathcap cultivator is going to let us gain more mana, and our opponent just mulligan it, so I'm going to keep this hand. It's a bit greedy, but we have a great 2-drop and a 3-drop, so let's go for a swap. Eventually we could get into casting self-renewal. This deck is featuring lots of life gain cards because it's expected our opponent is going to be hitting us while we are trying to block the attackers. Now let's see if the cultivator survives. We have thrown into another land that is going to help us to cast our powerful cards. The Deathtouch journal also producing clues on which upkeep. Keep also going to let us keep drawing, and our opponent is playing a colorless stocking drone that can grow into a 3/4, quite horrible against us. So now, should we attack? Is our opponent willing to block this one? I think we are going to try to get into turn 4 with the Deathtouch journal. Let's see if we can get into that. So once we start gaining clues, this is going to be much better. So here our opponent could attack, he chooses to. I think I'm going to block here. Don't worry, it's a powerful flyer, but we want to keep our life total as higher as possible. Another one, second stocking drone, and we drew Golden Wild, so here I think we are going to play the Deathtouch journal, and now even if the Deathcap cultivator is removed, we are going to be getting clues. So our opponent needs colorless mana to activate this ability, but so far it doesn't look like he's going to run into that. Our Geist is 2/2 flyer that forces the opponent to place cards in the graveyard. Maybe this is the preamble for a merge play, maybe. No, only a land in the graveyard. Now we receive a clone. What should we play? Maybe it's wise to crack the clue first to see important. Let's see. A second shadows of the past. I think I'm going to search for a lamp here. Doesn't matter too much since it's quite likely, quite possible that next turn we're going to use this as duel. So I'm going to skip the attack. I expect the opponent to click S for forward. Now this one is a zombie horror. Tap our creature, and unfortunately for us, that means that we cannot produce mana from this ability. So, now what? We get a clue, we get another land, and let's just go ahead and gain life from this one. Also, a sorcery in the graveyard, so we are getting closer to activate Delirium from the Cap Cultivator. So we have a hefty amount of mana available, so we can start activating the Shadows of the Past once we get enough creatures in the graveyard. Here 6 came against us, and so the opponent is holding his mana. This is a bad sign. So yet another land. I'm going to sacrifice this artifact to draw into something. Let's see what it is. The Rabbit Bite, and not yet, but soon this is going to be enough to kill one of the creatures. Now let's activate another clue and see what comes here. Another renewal, that's good. So I'm going to drop another Shadows of the Past and that's the turn. So we have enough mana to activate Hissing Quagmire, Rabbit Bite, and attack. Might be a good choice, then we can even return the land of our graveyard to our hands. So another tapping effect. So 6 plus 3, 9 points of damage here. Dire situation. So let's hope our opponent is not using the counter spell. And Malakir, familiar. Let's see if a counter spell happens. Nope, good. So now we're going to Rabbit Bite. Creature we control, Malakir familiar. And we deal damage to the other flyer. And we scratch you. Deathtouch Cultivator, I think it's a bit weak for this point in the game. Kalitas is quite strong. Now let's wait. Just alright. What to do? I think we should just skip the attack and let's see how the game proceeds. Could our opponent attack into a 2-1 Deathtouch flyer? We don't know. So apparently he did. So I'm going to activate his Quagmire. Let's see if our opponent has some trick. Now we can look this one here. So right here, and we can make this game +1/+1 if we use Pulse of Terasa, but it doesn't help much. crack the clue when we can. Skeletas. Now we get rid of 2 creatures. 4 scry triggers. No, they're not any more lands for the time being. Varicus Disciple, yes. And yes, of course, all more. Yes. 8 triggers from Shadows of Wrath, maybe too much. Alright. Quite funny. A total of 8 triggers now under City Troll. The good thing is that since our opponent is all tapped, we can freely play our cards. So we are going to play Kalitas and Varicus Disciple. And that's the turn. We are running quite low on health. That might be problematic. Maybe a better choice would have been to use one of our life gain cards. Let's hope we don't get punished. Kalitas has life gain, I think. So Reckless Scholar. Our opponent draws and discards. Maybe a powerful madness card. Let's hope not. That one is kind of scary. Yes. Good. So far, we are safe for the turn currently we're in. So let's see if our opponent will get that. No. So we proceed to sacrifice our clue and draw another Varicus Disciple. No. Yes. Receive a clue, a land. So we can resurrect one of the bats, right of the bats, Malaka Familiar. Here it comes. We gain 6 life. We can play this. We play a swamp and another Disciple. And let's hope we can stand a chance here. Should we attack? Maybe attacking with the Disciple is not bad. Our opponent should block her. Maybe she will trade Bioware Cougar. Otherwise he has to use 2 blockers to stop her. Let's see. No, it gets no he's renowned. We have 4 blockers, our opponent has 5 attackers, but all our blockers are quite scary. The Reckless Scholars again, drawing and discarding for the opponent. He discarded a counter spell that is quite strange that our opponent decided to not hold. So what is that he has a Scion producer. So he gets his colorless mana from Scions. So kind of strange looking deck from our opponent. I don't know why he's not holding to something strange. So our opponent decided to leave. So let's continue playing to see, just to check what's going on. So now I think we can freely send a couple of our creatures into attack mode here. So we can I guess Disciple. Yeah. guess. Let's see what happens. So, finish him. So, is the computer willing to block? Now we can kill these two. The troll is going to die. Maybe it's not the best choice because the Undercity troll could got into a regeneration mode. So I'm going to keep the Mortuary Mire on top to help us bring back one of our recently killed creatures to hand. So our board is suddenly looking much better. We are going to sacrifice the clue and draw the Mortuary Mire. And now we're going to return Pharika's Disciple. And now we activate Instance Renewal. All our remaining basic lands come into play tapped. We can't even afford to drop the Ruined Rat, but just in case I'm going to leave that behind. There is no need to rush here. Let's see, I'm guessing no, from Delaware. I'm guessing the opponent is wanting to wait again. Color. We are listening to the sound effects from Mortal Kombat 2. That brings up memory. So this Boundary Crisis tapped one of the zombies. Now we need 4 creatures in the graveyard, but we are doing a good job into reclaiming all our creatures. So we have to draw and discard. Okay, I don't mind discard our copy of the rats, and we draw into another Mortuary Mire that is going to let us fetch once again one of our cards. So maybe it's about time we send creatures into the dead zone. I don't know. Let's draw. Let's see what we get. Kitino's Cloak, that is excellent. Now this is going to force our opponent into blocking with 2 creatures here. Fatality. Let's see what our opponent chooses to do here. So our creature now has Menace, must be blocked by 2 or more, also Deathtouch, so we can kill 2 on one swing. We get to scry another Shadows of the Past. I think that we don't need it. And White Size, of course, is a very good card that also lets us draw. Now I think I'm going to equip this one to Kalitas, just in case we want to do something like this. So Rancid Rats, and finally Mortuary Mire. So we have no, I'm going to not, I think we do not need those creatures right now, so that lets us activate Shadows of the Past and finish this game quite quickly. Droner of Hope. This lets us, our opponent, to tap in our creatures by sacrificing the Eldrazi Scions. This might prevent our attacks. We draw once again. the screamings of the Mortal Kombat. Apply our fatality, another token, Skin Rod Monster, quite powerful here. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to attack with Kalitas plus the bat. Let's see what our opponent does. This time, to kill Kalitas he needs to block with 2 creatures. Probably good from follower and the Droner of Hope, right? But surprise, we can wild type Kalitas. Now he's 7-8, Rumble, we can even sacrifice our zombies, but not necessary by the time being. Choose Teresa, one at the top. Okay, can I sacrifice the clue before scoring? Let's see. No, apparently can't. Or can we? Now, yeah. Get our monster. We draw Duels of Reza and Arcanet comes down. Now, if I were the other player, what could I do? Oh, not too much. Take many options of this conundrum. Okay. Our Pulse of Presence can get exiled, but let's keep that on top. We cannot switch any creature from the graveyard. Fight. Interesting situation. Make our maybe control the hand of the opponent. Have to draw a discard. The card not too hurtful for us. We're going to need to sacrifice a land and skip, but we kind of don't find that. Well, the screams you are hearing are normal screams on Mortal Kombat 2. Fourth, I'm going to sacrifice the Mortuary Mire just in case we somehow reach it back. And we have double Mortal Wilds. This lets us, well, we are not going to fetch a basic land because we are going to have all of our available ones. We have Fields of Teresa, again, that's plenty of life gain. Now we activate pre-combat game. This gives the Malaki familiar this one at the end of turn. We can proceed to really attack all our powerful creatures, even fight. Get your monster. Do we want to attack zombies here? Yes, all the zombies can attack. Let's see. Hold against that. Here, the troll is going to be generated. We're going to sacrifice one of our zombies and also do another activation. And let's spend all the mana. I wanted to try to clue between the spray triggers. So cycle. Alright, this goes on top, certainly, for sure. Provided we still... Oh, we already won! Vitality! So, pretty good outcome. So, maybe a little struggle to deliver the final blow. But let's go again against you. That's out from Dukan and Sub-Zero fighting in the background. Maybe I should do a video about Combat 2 gameplay. Right. So I think that Lucan won that fight. Let's see. Our opponent is using a rainy background that wants to include colors. So let's see what else we try. Okay, our own deck has the colors we need, maybe too many lands, but we have 2, 3 and 4 drops, so we can actually play all our creatures on curve. So we hope they survive long enough. The Sith Guardian, an interesting creature with reach, one of our few choices against flyers. That I think that would be the after the board clear this part of the deck. We have best against flyers. But since the opponent has more than 60 cards, I gaining their confidence on this particular match. Let's try to push our advantage. Wow! Scorpion has won. So we have the rancid rats, blue and red, and in this kind of deck I think we're going to be seeing a very powerful Planeswalker deck with lots of board clears. Maybe we have only seen 2 colors, but let's go ahead and play our cards. Let's see if we see another color from the opponent. Black, so blue, red and black, and no place. So drop our land. I'm going to attempt to attack. So maybe we have to be a bit careful. We have to be aware of maybe language. Perhaps we should not play the Sith Guardian, but if the opponent languishes, this leaves behind a 3/3 token, and other plays are not too tempting. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the 2 counterspell, maybe. Okay, that's one less counterspell to be worried about. So the good news is that now if the Greyblade Marauder deals damage, we are going to be getting 1 point of extra damage. And now the facing against 4 double red, that's kind of cumbersome. A black mana for us. Let's go ahead and we're going to try to attack. I think we should try to use the wild size to draw a card. Let's see. kills the creature. I think we missed the draw. No, let's see what happens. This spell kills the rat. That actually makes the Graveyard Marauder deal more damage. I know he pointed the Axis Marauder, right? Lots of spells flying all over the place. Let's hope we draw. No. So the drawing effect from white side did not occur. So I think the opponent withdrew his card and then made a different choice. I quite not get what happened, but the lightning axis was used to discard the fire temper, I guess. So both our creatures got killed, and now we are seeing a new card that I don't know, with Traveler, has prowess, and wow, quite powerful. Now we still not have the Deathtouch. I'm going to get our Grave Blade Marauder out where we can. So very powerful creature for 7, no, for 8 mana, but gets a discount for each instant or sorcery in the graveyard. So it got a 3 mana discount and also has prowess, but prowess can help against Deathtouch unless he can kill the Grave Blade Marauder. So the problem now is that we are without cards in hand all the time. Maybe the opponent finds the answer to the Grave Blade Marauder. I'm going to assume that the opponent has something in black waiting for us. What could that be? Maybe he has drawing spells. So that's a very strange looking attack here. So maybe he has a way to keep this one first to strike. I'm going to skip the blocking, because if this gains first strike, our Deathtouch is not going to help. And this one, it's a defender that is going to be dealing damage against us. So let's try to attack with the Grave Blade Marauder first. Happens, and I think that we have to take a chance while our opponent has less mana to use the counter spells. I'm going to play the Seed Guardian that is going to help us block, and if he dies we are going to receive a 2/2 token. Not that great, but nothing. We are currently at 28 life total. Maybe we not need to block yet, but this guy is going to be doing a lot of damage to us. A very nice looking 2-drop. I think it's very powerful. Thermal Alchemist. I wish I had so, but very strange looking turn. So the Deathcult Cultivator still doesn't have the touch available, so let's try to connect with 3-4. Let's see what happens here. Our opponent, he has the possibility to give this first strike to destroy me. So here happens. Okay, I'm going to hold the card in hand because it's not going to be helpful for us, and our opponent doesn't know when this is. Maybe the black is here for the Planeswalkers. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to use Resurrection instead. So far we have only seen blue spells and red. Once, 1 point of damage again. So maybe the opponent has counter spells on hand, so that's very important to take into account. So last turn he did not have the tools to make the Lamp Reveler able to defeat the Guardian. So let's see what our opponent might do. Collective Defiance. So this can kill one of our creatures. Let's see which one. Maybe Marauder. Of course, Marauder is down. We are going to get hit by 4. I think not very positive for us to take the damage. I mean, we don't want to use the active cultivator. Now let's try to attack here. Let's see how the opponent responds. Strange. So he does not want to lose the Thermal Alchemist and takes 3 instead of 2. Now we drop the Visible. Let's hope it resolves. No, the other counterspell. Apparently the opponent is happy with having this resolving, but of course this has Deathtouch and Renam. Let's see what happens next. We would like to see the Gitrot monster showing up, so we can start drawing, and if we get to sacrifice the Graveyard Temple, we can perhaps maybe we want to return this to the battlefield on every click to keep it the loop going. Our man dealt K5 Temple onto Thunder. Our untapped creature that was going to defend us against these 4-5. Now, of course, chances are that our opponent is still onto a counterspell in hand. So we're going to attack once again. Let's see what happens this time.
My name's Dan Ford and I do sounds and music. And those
Alright. What now? Of course. Now I think we have to play our card. Despite we know that the opponent has the counterspell, I think we have to force the counterspell out. Also, this reduces the chances of Prowess activating next turn. Right. Apparently, did not happen. So, this will be okay. My video music has change it into another one, so I don't care about that other. So we are going to be listening just to sounds of the video and my voice. It's splendid and peculiar voice. Now this one has Deathtouch, and I think our opponent is not willing to attack into this. Radiant Flames is going to kill maybe these two. Yes, opponent casting Radiant Flames for 2, I suppose. Perhaps the whole purpose of having black is to being able to cast this for 3 instead of just 2. Who knows? We haven't seen any black spell yet. Now we are going to once again attack. So, bad news, our life total is very low. It's at 7. Good news, we are removing Thermo Alchemist finally. So that is one less point of damage we are going to be taking, and we have a blocker for the 3-4. Let's see. Let's hope our opponent is not removing our blocker, and let's hope he doesn't carry Act of Treason. That would be a interesting idea for the opponent's deck to have. So what now? I think I'm going to attack with the rats. Yes. Okay. Drawing into swamp is not good for us. So we are on the verge of dying. If our opponent has many instants or sorceries or anything non-creature, we are certainly dead, unless we block with the Seed Guardian, but it's quite possible that our opponent has something to make this unblockable or something to tap our creature. So I think that we are very close to the defeat or victory either way. Okay, let's try to play something here. This resolves, that's kind of good, and I think I'm going to still attack with the rat, since the rat has Skulk. The opponent cannot block, so we are getting closer and closer and closer and closer to win. But if he has another Radiant Flames, it's going to be very problematic. Talent of Telepath, let's hope our opponent doesn't hit something too powerful. So Nissa's Renewal, that's not what we wanted to see, so our opponent game is going to be at 11 now. And also he has ramped a lot, and we do not get to play the Renewal. And Radiant Flames 2. This gets rid of our creatures. Let's hope our opponent attacks, because that will leave us with a huge token behind. I think the opponent is scared of these cards that we are holding in our hand. So the opponent chose not to attack, that's bad. And we drew into a land that is quite horrible. So I'm going to pass the turn and just go ahead and continue. So if our opponent gets to play a Fairy Temper or maybe a Lightning Axe, we are a counter. So many black lands. I don't know why so many. So I still don't want to attack. We need to get into one of our Deathtouchers to kill the opponent with prey upon. Let's see. Maybe our opponent needs to, if he wants to kill our guardian, he needs to deal with the token that is going to be left afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-10 token plus this one 11-11 token. So not that easy to deal with. Of course, if our opponent has a bounce spell, it's the best choice against a token. So we haven't lost yet, but we are at 6 life points. Our opponent can be running lots of damage spell to finish us without attacking. So this is all about top decking the nice cards, necromantic summons into maybe one of our own cards. I think that we have very tempting creatures with us. Our opponent, no, he chose to draw the Defender, Thermal Alchemist, a 2-5. So 2 cards remaining on hand and no attacks. And Shadows of the Past, pretty nice to have. Now we are going to gain life and kill our opponent slowly but steady. And I'm going to play our land and hope I don't regret. So by activating Shadows of the Past now enough times, we can win the game. Now we have to hold in defensive mode, so our opponent is not killing us before we get to that. So a second talent of Telepath could land into our other pilgrimage. That would be Necessary Renewal. It would be very bad. So we get the meal. Our opponent draws and is discarding a land. And what? So we've lost more lands. We don't need those. Particularly the mortuary mire maybe would help us. Let's see. Alright, another land. So we have 2 activations available for the Shadows of the Past. So the clock is running for our opponent. I'm going to leave mana open just to scare the opponent. See the activation of the Alchemists, of course. And telling time that lets the opponent deal 2 damage points. Of course, drawing into, well, not drawing, but selecting the cards in hand. So a nice card to get next for us would be Duels of Mirasa to bring back maybe any of our Deathtouch creatures, but we have 2 on graveyard. There's only 1 remaining in our library and our opponent is milling us, so not quite. And the odds are against us, but maybe. So let's see. We lost another couple of creatures. That is going to make this much more powerful if this eventually dies. And here comes another meal. The opponent, since he's playing with Madness, could kill the Sith Guardian pretty easily. Now, oh well, there goes our final Duels of Mirasa. I think that's the last one. I don't remember if we have 3 or 4. Is our opponent going to activate again the Sphinx? Okay. We lose 1 life here, but we are going to win 2 thanks to the Shadows of the Past. Our opponent is at 5, and we are going to draw into Excellent. The Rats, let's see if our opponent tries to. No, and we are going to prey upon. And which one do we want to kill? The Thermal Alchemist. And we are going to scry and leave that on top because since it's going to get milled, we don't care too much about the scrying. And now, let's see, our opponent could, it's possible that our opponent mills us before we can finish him, so the odds are kind of similar for both players at this point. Another counter spell went into the graveyard. We lost a rapid fight. I'm going to skip the attack. We gain nothing by attacking here and pass the turn. The worst case scenario is somehow our opponent gets to remove Shadows of the Past. That will be bad. That this is our hope. So if our opponent needs to finish us this turn because or remove Shadows of the Past, because once we get to our upkeep we can pay 2 activations of the ability, and that is 4 damage plus 2 from this turn. And Favorite Visions, nice but not enough. So let's see what our opponent does this time. Favorite Visions makes every player draw additional times by the end of the turn. So our opponent skipped the attack and we activate Shadows of the Past. We are going to be milled once again, but the game is ours unless the opponent can mill our remaining 15 cards. But he could. It's not impossible. Let's see. Maybe if our opponent got into a second Sphinx, we would have lost. Now here, there was another Duels of Mirasa, and we lose a bunch of creatures, but now we claim the victory, finish him. Okay, of course, talent of the telepath landing on our Nisa's renewal make the match quite longer than we needed, but the victory is finally ours. I hope you have enjoyed the deck. It's kind of peculiar because this didn't develop as I expected, but anyway, it was quite fun. So I'm going to be seeing you on next time. So long. I hope you enjoyed and leave your message and your comments if you have any suggestions. Have a nice day and goodbye.